Goed, drumvormers.nl, Intercenderlo, België. En kijk eens wie ik naast me heb zitten. De enige echte Mr. Gavin Harrison. Yeah, you just performed, I think, an hour ago. How did it go?
That went really well. I mean, there was a lot of smoke.
Yeah, I saw it, yeah.
So I'm not used to a lot of smoke. But yes, very nice audience. It went fine for me.
Great, it was great actually.
Thank you.
Standing in the audience, and all respect to you.
Sounded okay?
Yeah, sound
Good.
was okay, everything was okay. What I want to ask you, we know you of course from Porcupine Tree and all your videos on the internet, and one video in particular blew me away actually. And it was a video where you played an arrangement of Killer Joe. First of all, the backing tracks, you have this arrangement of a big band going on there. Did you do the arrangement yourself?
No.
No.
I wish I could. It's a very talented arranger called Lawrence Cottle.
Mm-hmm.
He's a bass player, and he has a big band in London, and we've been doing a lot of songs. There's also the Futile song is by Lawrence Cottle, and now we're making some more big band tracks. It's very exciting to work in the big band format, and I've been mixing at home. I've been mixing in surround, and it's incredible to hear, the detail of a big band. Having stuff come from behind you is really like you're in the big band. It's the nearest experience I've felt to actually being in the big band. When you're sitting playing the drums and you can hear trombones behind you and saxes and trumpets. It's just amazing. So
it's Dolby then, Dolby 5.1 surround sound or something? How do?
Yes, I'll record it all at 96K. It's going to be the highest quality possible for surround sound. I don't think there's a lot of big band in surround sound, but it's a very exciting format to do this in.
Okay, and you're going to publish that?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So does it mean that I as a drummer also can use those tracks, or is it without you, for instance, to practice? Or
I see what you mean. No. I'm not going to make it a play along.
Okay. So, but it's a 7-minute piece.
Yep.
So how does it work? He writes the arrangement. You tell him, hey, I would like to do Killer Joe, or
no. I mean, for Killer Joe, it's a very simple tune. Killer Joe.
It is.
Ba 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 ba. That's
it.
That's it.
Yeah.
And the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, let's begin at quadruple tempo. Da 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 1 2 3 4. So all the tempos are related. Later in the piece, it begins with like quadruple time, then it comes into the normal swing, and then every triplet becomes a 16th in kind of funk. So there's a funk section in the middle, but it's all the same tempo, just a different perspective of how you subdivide the beats. And Lawrence would write a little bit, and I would go to his house and we would discuss where we could make the song move. So to make an interesting arrangement of Killer Joe for 7 minutes is hard, when really there's not a lot to the song. It's a very, very, very simple song. With Futile, it was different because there's more material in Futile to arrange.
Yeah, but I think you succeeded very well in making it very interesting in Killer Joe, because the arrangement is just incredible.
Yeah.
You play by heart the piece. So from the beginning till the end, we have finished the song and you can put it on the internet. How many time was there in between, from start to finished product?
You mean from when we started to write?
Yeah.
About 6 weeks.
About 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And then you study.
I mean, I didn't put it on the internet to start with. I'd played Killer Joe for 6 months.
Okay.
Before I played at the Guitar Centre and they filmed it. The more you play it, the easier it becomes, and the more ideas you have. It's also true of songs, when you make an album and you go on tour and start to play the same songs every night, sometimes you find better fills, you find smoother ways to go from one section to another, and the song evolves a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's nice. You think, I wish we could re-record the album.
Of course. So there is still room in this arrangement for you to to improvise a little bit, to develop?
Yeah,
course?
absolutely. I mean, of course, I'm playing to a backing track. I can do whatever I want, but I try to do what I think is the most musically interesting thing to do. Sometimes it's dynamics, sometimes it's playing simple. And when you play simple and then something complicated, it has a big effect. If you play complicated from beginning to end, it doesn't have an effect.
It doesn't. There's a great build-up, and you know, I'm a big fan of watching drummers on YouTube, and sometimes after 1 minute or 2 minutes you go like, okay, yeah, thank you. But this time, you know, I was like, oh, I was captured through all the song and seeing you play so well and building it up, and every hit you play is dead on, and I was really impressed by especially that piece. Not that I'm saying that the rest is like
all the rest was
all the rest was like, but it was really really great. So thank you for that.
Thanks.
Last question. Earlier on, we were walking here. You were talking with Tatsukaman, and you were showing him something about playing with 2 sticks at the same time, making it a phasing sound.
Yeah, I think, you know, I was thinking about the real intention from the idea to the tip of the stick hitting the pad is really what I'm intending to do. Mm-hmm. And then I thought, I wonder if it's different on the left side than it is on the right side. Mm-hmm. And the only way to understand is if you try to play both sticks together.
Yeah.
Now, most drummers, when I ask them to do this, they play, you can hear 2 notes. Yeah. And it's very hard to hit both notes exactly together. And it's the only way that you understand if you're sending the messages to here the same as you're sending the messages to here, to calibrate, right? To get both. And sometimes you can hear a phasing sound. Mm-hmm. If you saw this in slow motion, you would see when both sticks hit exactly together, the sound changes slightly, and that means that you really have landed together, you know, perfectly. So that's what I try to do. Of course, I don't play the drums like this,
no, of course.
But I want to know that my left hand and my right hand, the messages from my brain are getting exactly at the same time. So, you know, your intention is correct.
So, and if you do that, you hear this phasing sound coming up. So that's a checkup if you to see if you're correct, yes or no.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if we could have heard it through this microphone, but I definitely could hear it coming up in a mix. You hear this sound coming up, which is a phasing sound. So that's, I think that's a really good thing to study and to see if you can adjust this and reach this effect.
I had an opportunity last year to ask a lot of drummers. I was doing a teaching job, and I asked every drummer to come and try to play this exercise, and nobody could play it perfectly together or make a phase sound. Mm-hmm. So it's something to really, you know, you can go much slower if you want. You don't have to play like this. You can go any speed, but just avoid that. Just avoid 2 sounds. It's really hard, actually.
It is. I tried, and I will try. I didn't know about this phasing sound. I'm going to try, but I already think, oh, this is going to be hard. But you know, practice makes perfect.
As I said, I was only interested to know if one hand, probably my left hand was worse than my right hand, right? Because I'm right-handed. And I wanted to know if, when I'm hitting the drum, if it's really hitting it where I intend. And it's the only way to check is to play both together like that. Great. You could try it with the bass drum, with, you know, playing both pedals on the bass drum at once, and that's very hard too.
It is. Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
I'm looking forward to this big winter arrangement coming out. Do you have any idea when it's?
I would hope it would be finished before the end of this year.
Okay.
But it's really a big project.
I can imagine.
I mean, I'm recording about 16 different musicians on each track. Mm-hmm. It's not like 3 or 4 guys, which is easy. Yeah. And that makes it very exciting. When you hear a chord played by 10 guys, it's 10 individual people making up that chord. Sounds amazing in surround. When you just hear 10 notes on a piano, it really isn't the same feeling, you know what I mean?
I know.
And you know, when I was a child, I used to go and watch my father play in big bands. So it's a sound that I fell in love with when I was very young, and I still have a big passion for big band.
What did your father play?
He played at the BBC.
Bass player, piano player?
Oh no, sorry, he played trumpet.
Trumpet, okay.
Yeah, in
Big trumpet?
the BBC radio band.
Okay.
A week tomorrow, I will be playing with the Buddy Rich Orchestra
Really?
in the London Palladium.
Okay.
It's the 25th anniversary of Buddy Rich's passing.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's very unusual for me to play with a big band. I never get asked to play with a big band, so I'm really excited to do that.
You already know what songs you're going to play?
Well, I'm going to try to play Killer Joe.
Great, great. So we'll be getting live then, completely live.
It will be completely live, yeah.
Great. Well, we have something to look forward to.
Yeah, it should be great.
Thank you very much for your time.
Okay,
Ladies and gentlemen, Gavin Harrison.
thank you very much.